was poetry editor for 14 Hills, the SFSU Review. He has recently relocated to Long Beach with his wife, Rose. Matthew Heitland.
Appreciate that.
That's what my parents said.
Not the first time. Today. All right. Let's get it. Maquiladora, before he lost his job at the oil filter plant, the only Spanish he knew, un más cerveza, por favor. Fresh from graduation, he saved that entire first year, treating his high school sweetheart to a long weekend of daiquiris, dancing at Moon Palace Resort in Cancun. During his second year, manning a Crown standing rider, he lost his girlfriend to a Lambda Chi, his job to the Maquiladora. After 2 weeks in Tijuana, training his replacement, he found himself in McAllen, Texas, jean jacket pockets filled with black tar heroin. When he laid down on the ground, patrolman's gun leveled, he was still watching. Squad car lights bouncing off windows in the alley like lights on the dance floor. Poet of the wash deck. The 2 hours before last call, he sat at a corner bar stool, his evenings spent working an elevated grate, soaking circuit boards destined for EKG machines and vats of iron chloride. Asked if he considered patients hooked to faulty machines, he answered, only a poem requires precision, brushing crumpled napkins into the trash can with discarded lottery pull tabs. Shadow boxing. 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, he will man the pumps at the full service station. Tonight, his shadow looms, throwing jabs into an invisible opponent. Mustering a pair of knee-high kicks, he captures me in a headlock, saying, just the way Uncle Sam's army trained me. I winced from the mist, black velvet spraying from his gums. Work boots. Walked in through the warehouse bay, my second morning at the storm door factory. Too tired to notice the lights shining on my father's pickup, the lone vehicle in the parking lot. Without the din of operating assembly lines, our boots echoed on the polished concrete while we walked toward each other, him carrying 2 liquid propane tanks. Then I knew I was an hour early for my shift. He always refueled before lifts at that time, readying them to unload morning deliveries, stocked with glass pans, metal extrusion, and compressed wood. Yawning, I grabbed a tank. He laughed, said, welcome to the working life. New American dream in Glass City. Every day, he drove for his annual shifts, wearing a Sea Island cotton robe, monogram stitching unraveling with each wash. In 1943, his father reopened the abandoned Star Glass factory to produce gun reflector sights used on landing craft, deploying troops on the beach at Normandy. After graduating from Oberlin College, he took control, turning it into a bottling plant in 1975. When the recession swept factories from the Ohio River Valley, leaving only Walmarts, he padlocked the chain link fence in 2006. To restore the family name, his son sold his Maserati, useless during harsh valley winters, for flasks and beakers, muriatic acid and lye, needed to manufacture the next product the town would become known for. Breaking Bad is made it really hard to write crystal meth poems. That's my wheelhouse. friend slumped next to me in the back seat. Father slurped from a quart-sized Quick Start cup, celery stalk sticking from the top, while Mother stared from the driver's seat, blocking his hand from the radio knob and her knee. "Hey, there's a horse," I said, tapping the window. Muffled beneath the wash rag, heel of her palm pressed against her forehead. "Every time you see a horse, say zip." "Zip, zip, zip," I said. Father leaned his seat forward, forehead resting on the dashboard of his '73 Plymouth Duster. Before men in blue Oxfords and khakis led her up the evergreen line driveway, she leaned in the car door, threw the wash rag on the back seat, held a finger to her lips. I said, "Say zip." All right, this is my last poem. I wrote this after my wife and I moved, and it was intended to try to capture my emotions of leaving such a great city. When someone you love leaves, while your father pounded away on Salem Lutheran's pulpit, we sneaked out to the family station wagon, parked in the rectory driveway, Sunday best folded, neatly beside our naked bodies, curled together in the hatchback. 2 months later, our secret fueled town gossip. The church's district superintendent pitied your father with reassignment to Aldersgate in Lubbock, Texas, and a fist filled with pamphlets from abortion clinics and adoption agencies. My mother wrapped her arm around my shoulders while we watched your family drive away. I memorized your face, looking through the rear window, over luggage and the pile of blankets your little brother sprawled across. The wagon turned the corner, our initials still etched in dirt inside the heart you had drawn.
Thank you.